Good afternoon from wherever you are joining. Thanks for joining the virtual boot camp focused on reimagining workspace transformation organized by the Tech Observer magazine. I'm Nivarti Jayaram, currently working with Societe Generale Global Solution Center as Chief Data Officer. Welcome all to the session. So, as we all know, in last year when the pandemic hit, almost all businesses have to suddenly jump on the digitalization bandwagon to support the workforce and keep their businesses running, which essentially meant that all the people moved out from the office buildings to the comfort of their own homes or even remote locations. This meant that organizations had to enhance their digital capabilities to a great extent in order to manage the workforce at different locations. The complexity that came from this particular pandemic was much more than any other disruption that was caused either due to technology or due to any other measure. The primary reason for that was the preparation time for organizations was too short, and the pandemic hit at a rapid pace across the globe. Most of the organizations and ours too had to realign the strategies in order to enable the people to be working from wherever they are or wherever they want to be. And we all see that this is here to stay because the pandemic is changing the colors, if I may say so, time to time, and increasing the complexities of managing the pandemic itself from day to day basis. So from that point of view, what we did as an organization initially to scale up the infrastructure required to manage people working suddenly from leaving offices to their own workplaces. And we are a huge organization. So, from that point of view, the infrastructure was not ready instantly. So, we had some time that was required before we get the infrastructure to the full level at which all the people in the organization could be on remote working. So what we had to strategize was to think about the criticalities of processes people support and how we can stagger them in terms of the timings that they come in and go out into the network. Those strategies were outlined based on the business criticalities that they support. And then once we could scale up the software, we slowly started bringing people back into regular work times. And that was one of the strategies. So, but as I said, this remote working is here to stay. And most of the organizations, again, have understood that the limitation we had probably of having everybody at one place was more of our own myth rather than a fact, because we are able to see, like many other organizations, that there is no direct impact to productivity. In fact, the productivity has uh, increased because of people working from their own comfort of their homes. And also there is greater collaboration between people as well, and also the businesses are more open to talk to people, uh, even in a remote setting. So which is again a great insight in to tell us that probably the remote working is here to stay. So from that point of view, what we all as leaders then need to focus on is to understand how we consistently are able to build trust with the teams, increase a greater collaboration, at the same time enhance our digital capabilities, the tools that we use to be able to giving those additional you know uh, premium facilities for the people to engage with each other better. And also we are looking at we all need to look at rather new ways of engaging people, so that they are not stuck only with work, but there is also some fun within the work, environment, like it used to happen while we are at our offices. So how do you engage people in the remote setting or hybrid setting? How do you help people collaborate while you are operating in the hybrid setting? When we do come back to our offices, even if we do come back, we may not have everybody, 100% of people at the workplace at any given point in time. That would really be a rarity going forward. So from that point, how you lead in the new environment where you have some people working at office and some at their homes. So new ways of engaging, new ways of motivating people, new ways of developing trust, and new ways of collaboration, and new ways of leading. So that's what is required as we move from probably a complete remote setting to more of a hybrid setting, as the pandemic kind of recedes, and we come to what we call as new normal. So I hope we all start thinking about those situations, and as leaders and managers and the people who are within the teams, to come up with our own innovative ideas, the ways of being more effective in a hybrid environment, and how we can contribute and lead to continue to generate the kind of results that we as organizations are looking for. So that is a challenge, and that is an opportunity for all of us to look at and start thinking on those lines. And each and everyone can contribute in this, because as many ideas that can come through, the more effectiveness or more experimentation we can have in the system to see what best works for each team, each business unit, or each organization. And what works well for one may not work well for others. So the more number of ideas, the more opportunities we have to try them. So that is what we are looking for, and I hope you are also thinking on those lines to keep ourselves engaged, motivated, and continuously effective and impactful. Thank you.